Show us your normal setup to right arm over, ball coming back in general.
So my general plan is what I'm trying to look at, really. You obviously get your gauges. You take your normal guard, whatever it be. I would always take middle. I've always taken middle. I don't know why. It just feels like that's the natural place where I need to be. And then my sort of back foot is on that line of middle.
Right.
Then my front foot would be more open, because I'm trying to access the ball, obviously pretending if it's going to swing in, that's when my real danger one is. Yeah. Obviously, of course, you're trying to protect it on the nicking line as well. But so I can try and access here without getting this foot too far across. If I get that foot far across, I'm in danger of kicking it at any point, obviously.
And that was the general way that left-handers, right armers, just tried to get the ball hooping back into them to get them LBW, maybe the odd one across. Now, changes for right arm round the wicket, so Ishant Sharma, and the ball has been swinging a lot away from the left-handers. So does your setup change at all in that?
Yeah, so then I sort of changed my guard. So your normal middle guard, I would then go sort of like middle and off with my back foot, and then I'd potentially straighten up my front foot a little bit more. Because of the angle is changing, you know, you're still trying to cover now middle stump ball, and you're trying to cover the ball that's going to swing away. But it does, obviously, because what really makes it so much harder is the ball is naturally coming in at you because of the angle.
But you play for that, do you? Or do you play for the one going away?
So I'm trying to play to cover my stumps now.
Right.
That's probably the difference here. Well, I'm doing the same both sides, but you're trying to protect as much as you can on the stumps line, and if it swings, that's when you just try and practice as much as you can to play the line of the ball, hopefully miss it. Hopefully. Not easy, though, but it has changed the game. So many more right-arm seamers now go round the wicket straight away to left-handers. And it's a different angle that everybody's getting used to over the last 3 or 4 years, really.
Right, OK, what we've got the bowling machine set up to Ishant Sharma. That's an extra tall bowling machine. It's also around 85 miles per hour. And it's hooping, and I mean hooping as well. We've just had a practice at them. So, right, Tres, I just want you to show us. We'll just play a few. Imagine you're Keaton Jennings going out the test match at the Ageas Bowl. What's your game plan? How are you going to look to counter Ishant Sharma?
Well, first and foremost, I'm obviously going to try and watch it and see it as late as possible. Try and pick up the line. I know Mike Atherton said something brilliant on one of the masterclasses a few weeks ago. He said, see it early, play it late. Yeah. Absolutely, that's what you're trying to do. The quicker you can pick up the line and the length, obviously then the better the decision you can make. But you're just trying not to. What I'm trying to avoid is going, like that. Right. And just sort of following the curtain rail, as they sort of talked about it. The more, if I do that, then I'm catching up with the line of the ball and the length of the ball. So I'm going to just try and hold the line as much as I can, hopefully hit it. And if I see it's going to swing too much, then hopefully leave it and it goes past.
Right,
not going to be easy.
So we've got someone feeding for you now. This is going to be hard work. And generally, this is the first ball of a test match for you, first ball of a test match innings. You're just going to try and survive, I suppose. Yeah,
just to start with, I don't think you want to try and be too aggressive. If one's in my zone first ball, then I'm going to hit it. There's no doubt about it. But if it's going to swing like it is, which I know how much it's going to swing, then it's going to be quite tricky to line up, really. So straight away, get my guard right, get across on top, middle and off, and then line him up. So I'm then trying to play the line, the first line of what I see, straight away.
So have you played at that or not? That's your leave?
Yeah, that's a leave.
Which is what you always used to do, actually. You would just play the line. You weren't someone who ever sort of did all of this. You just played the line.
Yeah. So that was what I worked out. I'd always had a bit of an issue with nicking the ball outside off stump. And that's how I sort of developed my game when I went to Australia, working at a style of play. And they talk about people knowing your game. That's when my game really changed, when I got to understand how to leave the ball. As simple as that.
Right, coming in.
Oh.
Have you played at that?
Yeah, I've played that. I've played that because that's a good line. It's a lot straighter than the one before. So I'm thinking straight away, I've got to hit that, otherwise it's going to knock my stumps out.
Right, so that one was a little bit straighter.
Yeah.
But you're looking to play the line, and if it doesn't swing, then you've got that covered.
So that's where I'm thinking now straight away. That's my one of my run scoring areas.
Right.
Okay, that started probably leg stump, maybe middle and leg stump. And I know for it to get past me on the offside is going to have to swing or seam off the pitch a massive amount. Can't do anything about them because it's just so big. So I knew then that that's going to be coming into my strength of where I want to try and hit them.
And do you have to, with that shape going away from you, do you almost have to tell yourself not to play across the line and try and play it too square into square leg?
Automatically with that, because you pick up the line of the ball, I've gone straight away there. So I'm probably thinking wide mid-on, but it's actually gone straight back down the line of the ball just because it's swung that little bit more than what you expect. But you have to be really careful not to go square leg.
Yeah.
Start suddenly there, and you can see the angle of the bat straight away. It's going to be a lot of danger.
Come on, let's see if we can get him out, find that edge. So that is runs.
So that's the where I've now adjusted to thinking, right, I don't want to hit too square. I'm now going to hit straight back down the ground. I'd be backing that's going to be a couple of runs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now that's just opened you up a little bit.
Yeah.
How easy is that to go, no, it's hard work out here at the moment.
Yeah.
At times I'm going to bat ugly. I'm just going to have to forget about it and move on to the next ball.
That's the challenge. You know, that's what opening batting is all about, and batting in general about getting into the game. You're going to get deliveries that is going to be really hard work, especially when the ball's new.
Yeah.
That one was a lot straighter, so it was banging target. I couldn't line up to think I'm going to hit it that through mid-on, and it's still a danger that I could still nick it as well. So, yeah, that's the real battle. Mentally, be able to overcome those challenges to go, it's a good ball. This is extreme, right? This is real tough.
Yeah.
Because this is swinging more potentially than what you get in a game.
Yeah. So would you practice it? Is this a good thing to practice then?
Yeah, I think it's to overtrain. They talk about training to extreme circumstances, so then when you get in the middle, it's going to be that little bit easier. What you cannot replicate on an indoor surface is seam movement.
Yeah.
You know, because basically there's no seams on the balls. If it does it, then it does it far too big. So you've got quite a flat surface, and you have to rely on swing doing most of the work in here. But it is a similar sort of practice of what you're going to do. You've got the speed up, there's a lot of swing. It still keeps you to the lines and the angles that you're trying to create when you get out in the middle.
I'm going to fast forward. It's not going to be easy for you because we're going to say you've now moved on, you're 40, you're past 50. Ball's still swinging because it's overcast, and the Duke's ball swings almost later on with the lacquer's gone off. Now I want to see if we can test you out with some scoring options. Where are you going to look? Because it's all well and good being able to survive.
Yeah.
How are you going to start scoring some runs other than the one that's too straight?
Okay, the same sort of areas, really. I'm still going to be looking leg side, because if they get too straight, then it's going to swing onto the line of the bat. The danger area for me is driving because of the excessive swing. So I would be looking for anything slightly short to hit on the top of a bounce, maybe a back cut, a late cut, anywhere down in that angle. Yes, they're going to have plenty of slips in because it's swinging.
Yeah.
But you know, if you beat that sort of area there, if you use the pace and waiting for it to come in a little bit closer, if you get the length, you don't know if you are, you might have to wait 5, 6, 7 overs to get one ball that's slightly length, and you can sit back and roll it down, but it's not going to be every delivery that you're going to be scoring off.
And are you looking to, if you like, to hit every ball for 4 and then block it if it's a good ball? Or are you waiting for, I'm just going to watch, and then the boundary or the aggressive shot is your last option?
Well, it's swinging like this, and yeah, you're trying to say I'm 50 into the game. I would be looking to try and leave as many balls with a view then I'm still then going to hit the ball if it's still in the right place. If I get stuck too much and going, I'm locking runs here, I'm going to be going too many at those. And when my feet don't move, well, they don't, then I'm in real danger of then nicking off to all the people back here.
All right, let's try and just go through the gears just a fraction. You're on 50, fraction wider if we can. Test out that off stump.
Oh!
So you don't have to deal with that in a test match, it's much easier.
No.
Oh. What about that? Didn't look absolutely convincing, but...
No. Probably you might be runs, depending on how fine point is. It's full. That's what's drawn me into it. I didn't really get into it. It wasn't really into the ball as much as I needed to. If I got that right, I would have punched that through extra cover. So I'm still in danger there. That's still a bit of a worry for me.
Nice. So again, just a little punch drive.
Yeah, that's an indoor wicket shot. I'd be worried because that's a good length ball outside, and I'm hitting that on the top of the bounce. You've got to be very careful there.
We've seen, and the England players at times have been criticised for their hands going away from the body, playing that exact shot, a little punch drive with their hands just going out towards the ball.
Yeah.
Do you have to tell yourself, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it?
If you're a naturally aggressive player and you want to hit the ball, it's really hard in these conditions because you know that there's a lot of swing, or it's doing a bit. You've got to be bang on what you're trying to do. The minute you try and get outside of your game and to try and push the scoring rate on, that's when you're in danger of getting one wrong. That's the real challenge.
Right, last couple then. Let's see if we can have him. We'll have 3 slips, 2 gullies, wide extra cover, backward point. No one at square leg, no fine leg.
Oh, full, it's very full. Oh, gone. That's 2 demos I've gone. I've got that on the last ball as well, so. Rashid can't know that one. Thanks, Bob. Brilliant.
Perfect note to finish on.
How not to do it.